Well, hey there, Weather Geeks. It is Saturday evening. I am in the studio tonight. Mike Joyce taking the weekend off, so I'm pinch hitting for him tonight. And what a beautiful day it was, of course, today. I don't have to tell you that. So hopefully you got outside and enjoyed it. We've got another one coming tomorrow before some big changes come our way. I'm recording this at 8:15 p.m., and here is the current radar. Of course, nothing locally. Some big ol' hefty storms, though, have been rumbling through central and northern Michigan over the last several hours, producing hail and damaging winds. And we've got some hail-producing storms out here in Iowa, parts of southern Wisconsin as well. But, of course, it is quiet here locally. Let me show you the current temperatures. Today's high officially in Youngstown, 71 degrees, pretty much right on the money for our forecast. And that is not the first time we've hit 70 in 2014, but I think tomorrow will be our warmest day since last October, as we should get into the upper 70s. These evening temperatures are impressive, though, upper 60s to around 70, and even warmer out to the west. It's even 90 or so here in parts of the high plains. Now, temperatures tonight aren't going to drop off a cliff by any stretch. In fact, when you get up tomorrow morning, if you're up at daybreak, say 7, it'll probably still be 56, 57 degrees. So it's going to feel more like a summer morning tomorrow than an early April morning. And hey, we'll take it. We had a long winter. We deserve it. All right, let's talk about the future and what's going to happen as we head through tomorrow and into Monday. I'm going to show you our simulated radar product here on the latest NAM model, and I'm going to start this with tomorrow morning. The weather's quiet tonight. Here's 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And the model is kind of, I suspect, overdoing this a bit, showing these little sprinkles or showers around. The atmosphere is so dry over our part of the country that even though the radar might show a few things tomorrow morning, I really, really doubt this reaches the ground. So I don't think we have to worry about precipitation tomorrow morning. I do think tomorrow morning will be a little cloudier than today was, but we should lose the clouds, I would think, fairly quickly. It'll average partly sunny for tomorrow. Milky sunshine a lot of the day. Heading into the afternoon, here's midday, maybe a shower over Lake Erie. And again, the future radar product wants to spit up a couple of showers here. I don't really believe that. I do think we have a dry Sunday coming up for tomorrow. It is going to be a windy one, though. Let me bring up the wind speeds here at ground level for our Sunday afternoon. And you may be picking out some, kind of some green starting to show up in here, and on our scale over here that would indicate winds trying to get up to 25, 30 miles per hour or so. I think we'll average 12 to 22 tomorrow on the wind. Occasionally we'll get a gust to 35, so that, especially in the afternoon, the wind won't be much of a story in the morning. But we get into the afternoon, it'll get pretty windy across the region with a pretty good pressure gradient overhead. Show you that pressure gradient here. Here's the sea level. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I want this. Here's the sea level pressure for tomorrow afternoon coming up. And, if you hear me talk about isobars being close together, that usually is indicative of some pretty good winds. So a windy Sunday, but also a dry Sunday. Let's focus on Monday because that's a real interesting day. I'm going to start this with Monday morning. Bring up our radar product here on the latest NAM model. Now, I'm going to show you the NAM here because that's what's available to me in this particular program, but I'm going to show you the European model as well. The NAM is the slowest with the arrival of the precipitation, but also the changeover or mix to snow on Tuesday. We'll get to that in just a second. Here's midday, about 11 a.m. The rain's not here yet. And then here's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think we'll start to see some showers pushing in at this point on Monday. 2 in the afternoon here. Let's skip ahead to 5, and then 8 o'clock in the evening. Scattered showers around. Maybe some thunder as well, and that'll continue right into the night. And then by Tuesday morning, some of this is going to start, I think, changing over to a little wet snow. I mentioned there could be some thunder on Monday, and I do think that's the case. I don't think it'll be a lot, and I certainly don't think severe weather is all that likely. Here's the convective available potential energy, or CAPE as we like to call it, basically a measure of how unstable the atmosphere is as you go up. And these pale blues only indicating probably 300-400 joules per kilogram. That's not much. So the instability is not super high here on Monday. So there's enough there could be a thunderstorm or two, but certainly it's a little higher off to the south, as you can see with some of our brighter colors. But again, there will be some wind energy to pull down on Monday. So if we do manage to get a couple of real heavy showers or some thunder, check out the winds up at 5,000 feet. So we're getting up to 70, 75 up here in Ontario, but even down here in Ohio and western Pennsylvania, some of this magenta is getting up in the 50 to 60 range. So if we do get a pretty hefty shower, or if there is a thunderstorm or two, it can pull down some of that wind from the 5,000-foot level. And so it could be like we had a few days ago, where some of us, may even have some minor wind damage if everything comes together just right. But as far as a ton of lightning and thunder with this, I just don't think that's real likely. I'm going to bring up the precipitation type here as we go into Friday. Here's the middle of the night, not Friday, Tuesday. Got my days mixed up. It's been a long week. Here's Tuesday, middle of the night, and then Tuesday morning, right at daybreak. And notice here what's going on. Yeah, we're going to start seeing a changeover, I think. And this might even be a little slow. This is at 8 in the morning on Tuesday. I could see where it happens a couple of hours before this, perhaps. But this is probably not going to do much in the way of sticking, although that's no guarantee either. But at the very least, I think a lot of places are going to see snowflakes in the air, wet snowflakes, Tuesday morning, maybe up to the midday hours as well, which is pretty remarkable when you consider that tomorrow's high is going to be 78, Monday's high is probably going to be 74 degrees. So it's pretty remarkable stuff. Here's the European model. This is Tuesday morning now. I've skipped ahead to, and it's got the 32-degree line. It'll be hard for you to see, but it's kind of like right in through here, right about through Youngstown. That might be a little fast pushing that real cold air in, but it just goes to show you what a change we have coming Tuesday morning. No matter which models end up being right with the changeover, the timing of it, all of them do push most of the precipitation away by early afternoon on Tuesday. We'll see a drying trend from west to east Tuesday afternoon, and then dry weather Wednesday, high pressure overhead. Will stay dry through Thursday and Friday with a nice warming trend as well. I wanted to show you this. I've shown this frequently during the past couple of months. This is based on the European Ensemble model, and this is showing a percentage chance of more than 1 inch worth of snow. This would be late Monday night into Tuesday. Odds are pretty good on this model, and these orange colors here are up in the 70 to 90 range. And once you're up towards Erie and into the higher terrain of southwestern New York, northwestern PA, the odds get up over 90% of more than 1 inch worth of snow, according to this model. What about 3 inches? Well, the latest European has modest odds here. Some of this through here would indicate probably somewhere between 20 and 40, maybe even 50% odds of 3 or more inches. Now, the European model remains the most aggressive model with the snow accumulations. I suspect it's a little overdone. What I suspect is going to happen is that on grassy surfaces, non-paved surfaces, in other words, your car tops and your yard and perhaps sidewalks, but certainly not the roads, there's going to be a coating to an inch, I think, worth of snow in a lot of places. I'm not going to rule out that someone gets more than that at this point. It's only Saturday night. This is a couple days from now. But as it stands right now, with all of the information available, I think a coating to an inch worth of snow in a lot of backyards is going to be fairly common, I think, Tuesday. Again, pretty remarkable considering how warm it's going to be the next couple of days. All right, that's a special Saturday night weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for watching tonight. And if you're up tonight, so watch me on the news at 11. And otherwise, I'll see you again Monday morning, bright and early on WFMJ today at 5 a.m. See you then.